The moment before I put on my national jersey, every time I'm overseas or competing in Australia, it's a really special feeling. Hi, my name is Sam Cartledge, and I'm the starting point guard of the Australian men's deaf basketball team, the Gorannas. There's different levels of deafness. We take our cochlear implants and hearing aids off. That way everyone's on the same level. We communicate via lip reading, using Auslan. It's a combination of communication methods. Our coach has developed his own personal language, which he calls Stretchland. His nickname is Stretch, and he's just taken the end of Auslan and added on to the end of his name.
I communicate with the guys through an interpreter a lot, through Stretchland, through just being a complete lunatic and overacting a little bit as well.
I was born profoundly deaf in '93. My parents made the decision to get me a cochlear implant in my left ear. Because I grew up hearing, I didn't learn Auslan until I was really involved with the deaf men's basketball team. People who grow up, who are deaf but have cochlear implants and hearing aids, they've learned to talk. And so what the perception is they don't need sign language. But myself, knowing all these amazing deaf friends who communicate using Auslan, is just opened me up to this amazing culture that I can't believe I missed out on growing up.
We use the standard curriculum that we would see in every other school in Australia. We just happen to deliver it in both English and Auslan at the same time.
Count on from 30, count on 5 more. How much is that? So what's 10?
So the teachers deliver the initial information in both languages at the same time. Then the students do the activity that they need to do. They're broken up into groups, and it's not necessarily put the deaf children together and the hearing children together. It's actually expected that children will mix, and they do.
What's the card game that you guys are playing?
Amy, ignore those songs. We're learning takeaways, Amy.
Brianna, she's a very good learner of Auslan. She is the third child of 4. Within that family, 2 of the children are deaf and mum and dad are hearing.
They know a lot more sign language than me and Ian. We'll be sitting at the table and they'll be signing, and I know some of the signs, but then they look at me or they're hiding while they're signing.
When you grow up, what do you want to do? What?
Teacher.
Teacher?
Deaf teacher.
Oh, deaf teacher.
We found that for our hearing kids, they understand people's differences and accept them very easily.
I want something to eat. There are thousands or even millions of signs. I decided to learn sign language 2 months after I met my boyfriend, because I thought, wow, this guy is the guy. Once you get out of the train, you gotta walk a little bit.
Did you have the same experience when you saw Alex?
He actually told me through messages that he was deaf, but that was nothing to me. It was not like a shock. I was like, oh, cool. Yes. The way we communicated before I started learning sign language was basically through my lips. Like, he read my lips, though most of the times I had to repeat things, probably even 5 times, and I had to mime. I want to be on the top when communicating with my boyfriend. That's the most important thing for me at the moment. That's something that I've tried to do to understand the deaf community as well.
People who are hearing and have no idea about deaf and hard of hearing people, they're not open, they haven't seen our community, they haven't seen how awesome being deaf really is.
A lot of people do say to me, oh, it's great what you're doing for these boys. I'm coaching them at basketball, but they're actually coaching me at life.
I really hope that it will be the norm, no matter how a person presents, that you would accept and communicate with them and accept them as they are.